be seen as a quest, a search for knowledge, a search for comfort, a search for understanding. Perhaps the greatest of humanity's questions have involved faith, have involved God.
Gods and goddesses of ancient Egypt. Amun, a primeval god, the Egyptians interpreted his name as the Hidden One. As Amun-Ra, he was identified with the sun god.
Hindu deities come in many forms. Some are male, some female, some are part human, part animal. Each one has its specific powers.
This is all the Greek gods and goddesses. Aphrodite, goddess of beauty, love, desire. Apollo, god of music, arts, knowledge, healing, plague, prophecy, poetry, manly beauty.
Charles Darwin. Everybody knows his name, and most of us have a pretty good idea why. Back in the mid-19th century, he told the world about his revolutionary idea that all species on Earth are related and have somehow transformed over time thanks to natural selection in a competitive world. But who was he really?
Since the first humans harnessed fire, our big brains have been presenting us with challenges, innovations that can bring us great good and also great harm. In the 15th century, the printing press allowed people to share knowledge, sparking the age of reason, and also upending the established order and authority of the church. Learning to master the winds and navigate the seas, humans conquered the globe. In the 20th century, we split the atom, unleashing a power hitherto unimagined, and for the first time, introducing the possibility of our own annihilation. The speed with which our machines can learn has raised the prospect of the so-called singularity, the moment artificial intelligence vaults beyond us, creating a world in which we are no longer masters. And now, twin girls have been born in China who were genetically engineered with a powerful gene editing tool called CRISPR-Cas9. Their altered genes will be passed to their children and their children's children. We have discovered a tool that bypasses natural selection, giving us direct control over the levers of evolution. And again, we are challenged. This tool can bring us great good, more food, less disease, or great harm. Can we learn to use it wisely?
Geneva, Switzerland. Here, buried over 300 feet beneath the earth and covering a remarkable 17-mile expanse, is the largest and most complex machine ever created, the Large Hadron Collider, or LHC, smashing tiny protons together at speeds of nearly 670 million miles per hour. The scientists at CERN had discovered was a tiny bit of matter that some call the God particle.
Scientists around the world celebrated the discovery of the God particle as a milestone in human knowledge and thought that it's going to open up new layers of our understanding of reality.
I needn't go far, an hour's drive from London to Oxford, where I meet the director of the Future of Humanity Institute at Oxford University, Nick Bostrom.
Normally, when you have a situation like that, you should acknowledge that you don't really know where the answer lies. It seems to me that similar thing should be done in this situation, that if you have experts on either side who have opposing views, and if the evidence seems insufficient to settle the question, you should be agnostic. You should maybe try to assign probabilities to it, but not 100% to one and 0 to the other.
I go from Oxford to Cambridge to meet the director of the Faraday Institute for Science and Religion. He's a molecular biologist, a leader in cancer research, a scientist who believes in both God and evolution, Dennis Alexander.
I actually think, although intellectually, it sounds as if one can be an agnostic, I think in reality, pragmatically, because we all have to construct our own biographies, we actually are committed to certain philosophies, actually, which actually either pragmatically say there is a God or there isn't a God.
I go to Stanford to meet one of the originators of string theory, a visionary physicist who describes a vast cosmic landscape of innumerable universes and who proclaims the illusion of intelligent design, Leonard Susskind.
I am fairly sure no supernatural entity will intervene if I step off a cliff. I will fall. The laws of gravity will do that to me. I am fairly sure that if my genetic makeup happens to be of a certain kind, no matter how hard I pray, I will get cancer.
Are you living in a computer simulation? This was the title of the philosopher Nick Bostrom's now iconic paper. Published in 2003, Bostrom's ideas sent shockwaves through the academic world, through popular culture, and even religion. His paper suggested that more than a remote and whimsical prospect, there is a serious possibility that we and our entire reality are the simulation of an advanced civilization.